There are many predictions but little progress in Washington, where the deadline for the fiscal cliff is now just 4 days away.
President Obama meets later today with congressional leaders in one last effort to make a deal before the deadline. Major Garrett is at the White House. Major, good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Jeff. President Obama meets this afternoon here at the White House with the 4 top congressional leaders. That's Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell and John Boehner. No deal can be reached and passed without their full cooperation. So with the meeting comes a glimmer of hope. But up until now, the least productive fiscal cliff talks have been when all 4 of these leaders have been present. Whether he meant to or not, the Senate Majority Leader may have spoken for a nation exhausted by seemingly endless fiscal cliff negotiations.
I mean, what's going on here?
What indeed? President Obama returned to the White House in a grim mood. He met with no congressional leaders and said nothing about his efforts to avert the fiscal cliff. Talks continue between senior White House and congressional staff, but that's been true throughout this entire saga. With the deadline looming, there were dire predictions.
Come the first of this year, Americans will have less income than they have today.
And recriminations.
Now, Republicans have bent over backwards. We stepped way out of our comfort zone. We wanted an agreement, but we had no takers.
The Senate's top Democrat said the problem has nothing to do with phone calls, but House Republican obstruction.
The House of Representatives is operating without the House of Representatives. It's being operated with a dictatorship of the Speaker, not allowing the vast majority of the House of Representatives to get what they want.
House Speaker John Boehner ordered Republicans back to the Capitol for a rare Sunday night session. Republicans expect to vote then on whatever fiscal cliff bill the Senate passes. All this 1 day before the deadline and the warnings of a recession that have rattled Wall Street and consumer confidence.
They know it will have a negative impact on the economy, and they know it will have a negative impact on them and their families, and they are expecting us to be here to work, and we're not.
Deadlines are approaching. 2 million Americans who've been out of work for more than 6 months will start losing their unemployment benefits tomorrow, and the nation runs out of borrowing authority to finance our $16 trillion debt on Monday. Treasury officials say they can use extraordinary measures until February to avert a default. Extraordinary. That might be a word that could apply to this entire situation.